version 2 of a new Druid deck. Alright, first, if you guys are new to the stream, new to the channel, new to the videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button while you guys are at it. Hit that little bell to receive a little extra piece notification. Another deck theory crafting for Mecha'thun for Druid. Of course, Druid. Or, okay, there's two I'll throw out there. But first one, the really cool one, because I just made the video, if you guys didn't see it, about the Malagos Druid. I don't want to spoil anything about it, but it's really cool, and that deck could be very good, and I bet it will be. This one, though, it might be even better than the Malagos Druid. Okay, so let me set the stage for you. Let me set the premise. You have this deck. Doesn't matter what the deck does, okay? You have 27 cards of deck filler. Druid's good at that. It has its like core staple build, right? Now imagine you have these 3 deck slots. What do you put in this 3 deck slot, Ethan? That's what you're wondering. This is where it all adds up. You get Mecha'thun, okay? Mecha'thun, Innervate, Naturalize. 3-card combo, you automatically win the game. So, the setup to it is you spend the entire game drawing, ramping, and stalling out the game. There's only a few situations where you need to do something. So aggro will have a hard time because you're Druid. Druid's one of the best classes at surviving. That's why there's the Fatigue Druid, the Taunt Druid, and all this cancer that's in the game right now. And then you have the only situation where you have trouble, okay? You have minions, and your opponent won't kill them. That's the only way you have trouble here. So I was thinking of a tech Doomsayer or 2. You Spreading Plague Doomsayer into this turn. The rest of your hand doesn't matter. Maybe you don't run 2 Ultimate Infestations due to fatiguing yourself being a problem, because you have to play them for your hand to be empty. And then you obviously have to play out the rest of your hand, so maybe you set up your deck to be a little bit lower curve because you actually don't need value. You just need to draw out your deck and play it. So you run a little bit lower of a curve, and then your top end is Mecha'thun, Innervate, Naturalize for the win. There will be a bit of refining to make this really, really clutch, but seeing as how you don't need any setup and your opponent can't interact with this other than that new warlock card that transforms a card in each player's hand to a demon, a minion to a demon, that's the only way they interact with this. But that's under the situation that they do this when you only have the exact Mecha'thun and they have figured out that you're a Mecha'thun deck. It's pretty rough. But I'm theory crafting that it's literally you run all the ramps. You run Biology Project, Nourishes, Innervates. You could even run Moonfire just because it's a 0-mana card. It's good because you're drawing so much. Can answer some aggro decks like Odd Paladin, etc. You run all the ramps. You run the Nourishes, the Wild Growth, the Biology Project. You run all the stalls. So you run the Branching Paths, the Ferocious Howl, the and all the draw, of course. Maybe only 1 ultimate to make it good in that aspect. There's just so much you can do with this deck, because 27 free slots is great, and just trying to survive is really easy. So you could run Spreading Plague, you run all that shit, it doesn't matter. And basically, if your only minions that you're going to be getting out onto the battlefield are taunts, then your opponent can't kill you. The only deck that could kill you without killing your minions is technically Shudderwock Shaman. But then you do the Doomsayer combo, and they would have to save both hexes for exactly your Doomsayers, and would they figure it out, and would they have both hexes by the time you have the double Doomsayer? I guess there's a chance that you can't win in that situation, but I will figure out another way where you can kill your own board. Just don't you worry, I'll figure it out. Maybe you Spellstone your own fucking minions, maybe you Naturalize your own minions, you run 2 Naturalizes. You have to run answers to kill your own stuff. That's all I can come up with that you need to be... That's the only part of this combo where I'm worried about it, and the Malagos might be more consistent, but the Malagos will have matchups where it can't win, such as an Armor Up Odd Warrior, where it'll be really tough to win. There will be situations in a Druid Mirror matchup where the Malagos combo will be inconsistent and will be hard to set up to do like the 60 damage combo, for example, where they might be able to armor out of range of it. stuff like that. Whereas this does seem more consistent to me, and the fact that your opponent has to not kill your board to win seems rough, because if they ever play any minions, you trade in. If they don't play stuff, you kill them maybe with Branching Path, Spreading Plague. So really there's a lot of situations where your opponent has to kill your stuff because you might be able to kill them without even playing this combo, just with like almost playing it like Token Druid maybe, and then it turns into this. Like, it's crazy the kind of stuff that can happen out of this deck, and I'm really excited that Mecha'thun is going to be a card. Very scary at the same time. I'll mention one other deck while we're at it. So there's a deck idea with there's the new priest card, the new priest legendary spell, Xerex's Cloning Gallery. It's 9 mana, summon a 1/1 copy of each minion in your deck. So this is in the case that Mecha'thun is still in your deck. You're getting a 1/1 copy of the Mecha'thun from your deck. Let's say it's the only Death Rattle minion in your deck. You have this card, so we'll organize this to Priest, and we'll go to, I think it was the last expansion. Vivid? Nope. It was the one before that. So with Spirit Lash, you can kill off your own guy, and then you have to have the 1-turn combo, of course. So you got to have where Kobolds and Catacombs. Here we go. This is looking good. Twilight's Call. So after you Xerex your own guy out of your deck, you can then Twilight's Call to revive it when it's your last card. When you have no cards left in your deck and you only have 2 cards in your hand, Twilight's Call and Spirit Lash. So you Twilight's Call the Mecha'thun from the grave, and you get a 1/1 version of Mecha'thun. You Spirit Lash your own Mecha'thun, instantly win the game. So then this also makes certain things more viable. Psychic Scream becomes super viable in Priest even more, because your opponent's fatigue is not a win condition and doesn't matter anymore. Your win condition is Mecha'thun, and nothing else matters. So your deck then becomes cycle, draw, surviving, board clears, just everything just to rush through your deck and win the game. So you're setting up a deck where it's like Pyromancer, you could run the Northshire Clerics plus Circle of Healing combo with Pyromancer. You can run Archane's Soul Priest or whatever the fuck, the stupid shit with Circle to deal the 4 damage AoE. You could run Psychic Scream, Holy Nova, Dustbreaker Dragon combo with Twilight, what the fuck is it called? Primordial Drake. Just like stupid shit where your entire goal is cycle and board clears, and aggro will have a really hard time. You cycle so fast, you could run Acolytes, you could run just all the draw. It's with Northshire, you could have some really big cycle turns with Northshire, and if you already have a lot of the combo, you could actually just draw out the rest of your deck. There might even become a combo where you have Rogue, you draw the rest of your deck. If you draw that legendary minion, then you get the legendary minion. This is just that niche situation, not saying that you actually played around this. You have Myra's Unstable thing, you have the 5 mana, draw the rest of your deck. You play that 5 mana minion from Rogue that, what's it called? The one, it's like a 5 mana 3/2 new legendary minion for Rogue. I could probably just pull it up here. That would be a lot easier, probably. Boomsday project for Rogue. So you get Myra Rotspring, and you pull the effect of the Mecha'thun. You assassinate your own Myra Rotspring. Obviously, there's probably a better card. Oh, Backstab. Sorry, an actual card you run in Rogue. Backstab. You have Backstab and Myra Rotspring. You get the effect of the Mecha'thun. Instantly win the game. How upsetting that would be for somebody, whew, I couldn't even imagine. Anyways, that sounds pretty stupid, but like these are actual things you have to think about around this Mecha'thun and all the things that could happen because of Mecha'thun. There's even a Cataclysm warlock that's possible. This card just might be a staple. I can include a small package that if these are the final cards in my deck, in my hand, I just win the game. Sounds pretty stupid, but these are actual things. This could completely make it so that... Oh my god, it's... crazy. That's all I gotta say. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys are looking forward to this expansion as much as I am. This shit's getting me real excited thinking about all the deck theory crafting that is going into this, and all the cool combos that start to become a thing. And we're only halfway through. We have the expansion in a week. We can look forward to a all-day stream on August 7th. Hope you guys will tune in. See you guys then. And if you guys like this shit, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button.